Hi, I'm Jasmine, and welcome to a training week in my life. It's day one, and I'm working on my backward and side C steps, starting with my right side, which is getting better. And then I worked on my left side, which is also improving. But I still have a long way to go with these. Then I tried my forward and side C steps and I still can't do them, so I tried it on a smaller circle and that helped. I also tried the other side and gave up immediately. So I just moved on to my backward outside C steps, which are also known as step forwards. These are in the skate sequence I've been working on and I always struggle with keeping them on the same circle. Once I got those to a better place, I started practicing my skate sequence and it's looking so good on this side. Like that landing position leg is nice and high and my C steps are starting to keep me on the same circle. My 3 turn still sucks though. Then I tried it clockwise and I'm definitely not getting my leg up as high on this side, but I did focus more on my C step and it's getting a lot better. And then my coach called me over and introduced me to her other students. I'm an introvert, so it's not easy for me to approach other people, so I always appreciate her for introducing me to more adult skaters. Speaking of adult skaters, while I was working on my skate sequence, there was this guy doing a hydro blade, and I didn't even notice until the very end because I was looking backwards, but I had to stop for a second because I was just so stunned. I didn't know him at the time, but he ended up becoming one of my friends. His name is Ben, and he wanted me to show you guys that he can do a figure 8 hydro blade now. I hope to one day be as talented as he is because goals! Then I went back to working on my forward and side C steps for a very long time because I really want to get these. I tried them from a standstill to get the positioning right, and I finally started to get them to work on my right side. My hip closes pretty much immediately, so I can't hold them for very long, but it's progress. My left side just wasn't working for me though. I thought maybe I wasn't twisting enough, so I worked on twisting a bit, but it was still a bust. Maybe next time. Anyway, then I moved on to my 2-foot spins, which weren't really spinning today. And of course, I tried some 1-foot spins, but those are doing a whole lot worse. Some days just aren't spinning days. So I decided to practice my 3 turns. I started with my left forward outside 3 turns, which started off rough, but then they got better. Then I did my right forward outside 3 turns and my body just wasn't cooperating with me. Like my leg just kept dropping.
Finally!
Then I tried doing inside 3 turns, starting with my right side. And I had a hard time getting a feel for it because inside 3 turns are so scary. Like scarier than outside 3 turns. Can you relate? Let me know in the comments below. After some time though, they started to work, so I was so proud of myself. Then I tried them on my left side and these were super unstable. Like they're extra scary on this side. So I found myself noping out of them before I even attempted the turn. But I did have some attempts that were more successful, so yay! As always, it just takes time to learn something new. And that was the end of today's practice. I wonder how tomorrow will go.
So I chose the wrong day to come here. It is a kid's birthday party today, so tons of kids are here, and it's election day, so they have it off. So that's the first thing, and I forgot. And in the center circle, there's a dad teaching his son hockey, so that's not really an option either.
The next day, I took a break from the rink and tried my very first pole dance class. Emphasis on the dance. If you know, you know. Anyway, I learned a lot of really cool tricks, including this body roll, which was really uncoordinated. And then at the end of class, we did some choreo. The next day, I went back to the rink and I got really lucky because it wasn't crowded this time. But do y'all see how high my leg up is on this side? And my backward outside C-steps are getting better too. Like, this is my bad side, but look how much it's improved from 3 days ago. It's definitely getting more stable and faster on this side. Then I tried the other side, but it was so unstable. I realized I wasn't bending my ankles enough, so I did some ankle bends for a little bit, and that helped a lot. Then I moved on to my spins, which were not perfect, but they were so much better today. Okay, slay with that landing position. And I even tried a few from a hockey glide. And of course, I gotta do some 1-foot spins. I had some flops, but these were looking better today too. It helped that I ignored my arms and just focused on my body and leg position. I also worked on my waltz jump today, but it felt like I was moving in slow-mo.
Finally!
And my jumps were more like steps. This one looked a lot better though. And I even went into another jump. That's something new. But honestly, I'm still very scared of jumping. But I was like, you know what? I need to conquer my fear of jumping, so let's do some 2-foot hops in place.
Fatality.
And well, after that, the jumps were scarier and I was much more timid, so that plan backfired. But I'm not a quitter, so I gave it another shot and I got a pretty good waltz jump. And I even went for another one. Although it was a baby jump, but it was still a jump. Okay, now that I redeemed myself, I can move on to crossovers. I need to work on getting my feet completely crossed, but I like the speed and confidence I have with these. My clockwise crossovers are still not as comfortable, but I really like the control I have on this side. Time to go backwards. I did the version where you pick up your foot to cross, and it's a lot stronger than it was a few weeks ago. And then I just did some sway, wiggle, slalom type things around the circle.
And that's it for today's ice skating practice. It's about to be over. I'm super sweaty. Hey y'all, I'm out for my walk after ice skating. I didn't go skating yesterday. I stayed home. I was kind of sad about a lot of different things, and I was just chilling at home trying to improve my mood. And my friend called and we were talking for like 2 hours, and I needed to get ready to meet her to do our first pole dance class. So today I'm back to walking, and I'm glad to be out here in the warm weather. It's supposed to be almost wintry now, but climate change, I guess. 80 degrees in November though? That's wild. Anyway, so I'm just walking, enjoying the sun, whatever's left of it, because the sun is setting soon. And the air, the greenery / brownery colors. Hey y'all, so I'm at the rink. The session is almost over. It was hella crowded before. For like so long, like it's the most crowded I've ever seen this rink, which is crazy because there was at least one birthday party and just a ton of people there. But I still got a little good practice, and it was just okay.
I spent a lot of time working on my right forward and side C steps, and even though they're not perfect, they have definitely improved a lot, so I'm really proud of my progress with these. Like, I'm able to do them more consistently, and I no longer need to use that spread eagle position in order for me to get into it. And then there's the other side. Maybe I'll get it next time.
I finally got my forward inside mohawk. Left needs a lot of work, but we're getting there. Yeah.
I definitely improved a lot this week, so I'm really proud of myself. To see more of my progress, click here and make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Thanks for watching. Bye!